Welcome to Springboro 45066, Part 1, the TV news magazine show of Springboro, Ohio. On Part 1 of our New Year episode, we'll get an Expo preview from Chamber President Carol Hughes. City Manager Chris Pozzuto gives us an economic development update and talks about future park improvements. At the schools, Carrie meets with special education staff to hear all about cooking as we meet their stellar class. Vicki and Allie once again talk winter programming at the library, and we all hear about golf from Tom and Stacy at Heatherwoode Golf Club. We welcome new business, Betsy's Boutique, to our historic downtown district, and I'll meet your neighbor. We'll talk to longtime resident and dear friend Bob Oda. We're coming at you from Edwards Furniture, and it's all happening right now on Springboro 45066, Part 1. Happy 2020. Carrie and I are coming at you live from Edwards Furniture, who just celebrated 75 years in business.
Isn't that incredible?
Incredible. They do a wonderful job here and in the community. And they were gracious enough to allow us to have our show here. So, we got a packed show. Let's go. Where are we going?
We are going to the Chamber of Commerce to speak with Carol Hughes and talk about Expo.
Expo, let's do it.
It's early in the year, and we are at the gorgeous new Chamber offices with Carol Hughes, so it means one thing, and that's Expo.
Yep.
Carol, tell us about 2020 Expo.
Well, we've got an exciting event lined up this year, March 21st from 10 till 3 at Springboro High School, and we cannot wait.
It's going to be even bigger this year. Holy cow.
I know. We've added 25 new tables for businesses to rent from us in a hallway right off the Commons, the cafeteria.
Wonderful.
And so we're hoping to have a few more members that can participate since we sell out so quickly every year, and we're excited to be able to do that.
Now, if someone has never been to Expo, say they're new to the community, can you give us kind of an overview of what is Expo?
Sure, Carrie. So it's like a trade show for the business community of the Springboro area. So we have 225 spots for businesses to rent, whether you are a doctor's office, a dentist's office, a heating and air conditioning company, a church, a preschool, the Y, you name it. We have nonprofit organizations, like I said, churches, preschools, United Way, you name it, they're all there.
It's wonderful. It's free. It's family friendly.
Yep.
You know, we kick things off at 10 a.m. and with our opening ceremonies, and then it really just runs all day. So 10 to 3, you can come, you can eat in our Expo food court, which I'm sure is going to be divine again.
Yes.
It's usually the one day a year that Springboro has a Chick-fil-A. That's our running joke.
Chick-fil-A and City Barbecue.
Oh, that's a win.
Yeah. Can't beat.
Yeah, that's a toss-up of like, well, how do you divide your lunch there?
Right, exactly.
You know? And then, of course, there will be a grand prize drawing at the end of the day, and that is sponsored by Custom Connections.
Absolutely, same grand prize that we've had for the last few years. The winner, so this is a free entry. Anybody who comes through the event can enter to win. And the two choices you have if you're the winner, a large screen TV that will be installed at your home at no expense to you. All the wiring, the speakers, whatever you want will all be installed, and then it will be protected for 5 years. So that's option number one. Option number two is a surveillance system that will be installed at your home at no cost to you.
That's really neat.
So, yeah.
Really fantastic.
Very great grand prize.
Custom Connections is always a great grand prize sponsor to us. Now, our presenting sponsor is Wade Insurance, of course, the founders of our chamber.
Founders of our chamber, and this is their 20th year being our presenting sponsor. So we're very fortunate to have such a great supporter of our Chamber of Commerce and this event in particular. Wade Insurance has been outstanding in their support.
So March 21st, 10 to 3 p.m., Springboro High School, Expo 2020.
Yeah, can't wait. We'll see you there.
We'll see you there. Thanks, Carol. We cannot wait for Expo.
You know, there's a lot going on in the city all the time.
Well, you would know.
And our city manager, Chris Pozzuto, is going to let us know what those ask.
I had a great chat with Chris.
All right, great. Let's go see that clip.
We are at the municipal building today, joined by our city manager, Chris Pozzuto. Chris, welcome to 45066.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Well, thanks for joining us in the new year. I will ask you what's new, but I think that's probably a little bit of a loaded question.
It is a very loaded question. There's a lot of things new going on. We've got, we're planning for road projects. We've got Wright Station underway.
Sure.
Park planning, new playgrounds at Casey Jane Park for phase 2. So,
awesome.
Which is awesome, and it's been awesome. So we've just got a lot of stuff that we're gearing up for, waiting for the weather to turn.
Sure.
And then people see a lot of activity around the city.
Well, where should we start? Let's start with Wright Station, because that seems to be, it's the center of town, it's on everybody's mind, and everybody seems to drive through there at least 10 or 12 times a day.
Right.
So there's been some big announcements for some, businesses coming. Let's talk about those.
Sure. So first one that we announced a few months ago was Warped Wing.
Yes.
So we were, the developer we're working with, Mills Barnett Development Group, I kind of gave them a task they needed to go find a home run for that first business to come into Wright Station. And as we said in our press release and my comments whenever they announced Warped Wing, not only did we hit a home run, I think we hit a grand slam with those guys. Getting to meet the owners, they're very much already trying to get invested into the community. And so it's going to be a win-win for everybody, and we just couldn't be happier with Warped Wing being announced. Alongside them, we just recently announced that Casanos, who is already currently at Wright Station.
And they've been there for years.
They've been there forever, and they've been a great tenant of ours ever since we purchased the property.
Right.
They're actually going to build a new building. So just to the south of their existing building, they're going to build a new building, and then we're going to tear down their old building and then create more parking spaces for Wright Station.
Which is necessary.
Which is necessary. So we've got them coming, and then we just recently announced with Casanos' new building, Luminous Nails and Spa is coming as well.
Well, that's exciting. And with Warped Wing then comes the idea of what you and I were talking about a little bit off camera, which is Dora.
Dora.
Can you tell our viewers a little bit about Dora?
Sure. So we've got Dora the Explorer coming. No, I'm just
Not
kidding.
exactly.
No, sorry. Dora is a designated outdoor refreshment area.
Okay.
So what that means is that in a certain specified areas of town, City Council can designate these Dora areas, which means you can take alcohol outside. Right. So you typically, as a liquor license works, you have to keep it within the premise. Sure. Or if they have outdoor seating, you always see those areas fenced off.
No alcohol behind this point.
Exactly. So this Dora allows people to actually take their beverages outside. So our plans for Wright Station is, if anybody drives by and they notice there's a large kind of just area in the middle with nothing on it right now, we're actually planning on kind of an event gathering space there.
Awesome.
Concerts, plays in the park, maybe Springboro Community Theater will be doing things like that, live entertainment. Sure. So what this Dora would allow is for somebody at Warped Wing or Casanos that grabs a pizza there, Heroes, they can actually take their alcohol outside and go enjoy the entertainment or just walk around Wright Station. And we're hoping to try and have that in place by June when Warped Wing opens.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of the street, we've got that gorgeous wall and sign that's being constructed. Yep. Can you give us an update on that?
Yeah, so that's still under construction. Unfortunately, some weather delays and things have kind of delayed that a little bit, but it's going to be a Welcome to Springboro sign. And it's also going to include a video board where we can provide community announcements, events that are going on, concerts in the park, different things like that. So that should be all in place, we're hoping, by the end of March.
No, I think that's really neat. What do we have to look forward to in 2020?
So 2020, we've got the further expansion of Casey Jane Park, phase 2. So everybody's been excited about the splash pad. Yes. But we are also in this phase including some different playgrounds. So we're having a large kid playground, small kid playground, and also another playground designated with electronic games and musical instruments. We've got a lot of park projects. We're putting a field turf field down at Heatherwoode Park.
Cool.
That's going to be primarily for soccer and lacrosse.
Okay.
So they're very excited about that coming. We're getting ready to work on some off-road bike trails down in that area. What we're ultimately trying to do is get our bike trails, our bike lanes and our bike trails to ultimately connect with Franklin to get over to the Great Miami Bike Trail. And so we're working on those kind of things. We've got so many things going on. It's actually kind of crazy, but
crazy but exciting.
Crazy but exciting.
Well, thank you for joining us today, and thank you for all you do for our community. And I'm certain we will check back with you later on in the year.
That sounds great. We'll probably have more updates on the different projects that are going on.
Wonderful. Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Back to you. Thank you, Mr. City Manager. It's always a pleasure to sit down and chat with you.
Big deal to schools, huh?
Yeah, you know, Joe and I spent a few days. We went with them on a field trip, and then we got to go back to Springboro High School and kind of experience what our exceptional students are learning about life skills and cooking. And it was a lot of fun. And not only did they learn, but I think they actually taught us a few things
Really?
too. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, Joe and I have never been in a classroom that was full of so much joy.
All right, I love that's joy.
It was really
joy.
special, Mayor.
Real
Really
joy.
special.
Well, let's go see that special joy.
Going grocery shopping for most of us may seem like a chore, but for students in Gail Wright's classroom at Springboro High School in room 104, this is an opportunity to practice real life skills that they can use throughout their lives. Gail, thank you for joining us on 45066 today.
You're very welcome.
And thank you for having us on your field trip today at Kroger in Springboro.
You're welcome.
So tell us a little bit why we are at Kroger today.
My classroom is a multiple disabilities classroom, and we practice valuable life skills our students are going to need to use as they grow up, as they hopefully move out of their homes into whatever their future holds. And grocery shopping and meal preparation are two very important skills for them. This is a culmination of our week. We've searched for meals we want to make in the classroom. We've made shopping lists. We divided everything up between the students, and now we're here to do our shopping.
Wonderful, wonderful. So then basically as we go through the aisles, we're going to see students.
Yes.
And they're going to be shopping for the ingredients to make the meal that they are then going to go back to the high school and prepare.
Yes.
Fantastic. So in this classroom, room 104, other than preparing meals and shopping for them like we're seeing at Kroger, what other life skills are they working on?
Well, with this goes budgeting. We do a lot of work with money, with budgeting our money, how much we can spend. We do a high school curriculum as well. I mean, my students are learning all the high school standards, math, language arts, science and social studies. We learn life skills in the classroom, washing dishes, drying dishes, vacuuming, cleaning. We learn to take stock of things in our kitchen constantly as we shop, so we're not double buying ingredients. We do a lot of cost comparison, and we're also learning a lot about the environment, because last year we used to use paper products, and this year we switched to, we have very fancy pretty dishes that were donated to us that we're washing, so that we are having a better impact on that for the students.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, let's go meet some of your exceptional students.
Wonderful.
Well, Kyle, it's nice to meet you. I'm Carrie, and that's a really...
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for asking. It was nice to meet you.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. That's a snazzy iPad you've got there.
Did you see a movie lately?
I haven't been to a movie lately, but what's your favorite movie?
The SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
The SpongeBob SquarePants movie is your favorite movie?
Yes,
Yeah? Does it make you laugh?
yes.
Yeah? So tell me about your iPad.
My name is Kyle. I use my iPad to communicate.
That's
Please
fantastic.
be patient as I search for words to talk.
No, I think that's great, Kyle, and of course we'll be patient. What else can you talk about on there, Kyle? What were some of the questions you asked today when you were shopping?
Where can I find gift cards?
Where can you find gift cards?
Where can I find Christmas wrapping paper?
Yeah, everybody needs Christmas wrapping paper.
Thank you.
Oh, and saying thank you, that's very important.
Where can I find instant mashed potatoes?
Instant mashed potatoes are important too.
Where can I find powdered sugar?
Powdered sugar is important for your dessert that you're making.
Where can I find 1/2 gallon milk?
Very
Where can I
important.
find canned tomato paste? Where can I find bugle chips?
Everybody needs bugle chips. Kyle, it was very nice meeting you today. Thank you. Thank you for being on our show, and thank you for being such an exceptional student at Springboro High School.
Tschüss.
We're very proud of you.
Thank you.
We are at Springboro High School with intervention specialist Gail Wright to follow up with her Room 104 students. Gail, thank you for having us back today.
You're very welcome. It's a pleasure.
Well, so we have been in your classroom watching your exceptional students make the world's greatest lasagna, and then today the really delicious looking Buckeye balls. So tell us a little bit about, how this kind of wraps into the life skills that you are teaching your students.
Cooking, shopping, eating are some of our favorite things to do. And so as they move towards independence, we want them to be able to help their family out in the kitchen. If they go to independent living, if they go into a group home or something, those expectations are on them, that they're going to be cooking, that they're going to be shopping. So we tie it all together in high school, that they're able to start doing those things. They actually started over at the junior high. They do cooking, and they cook in the elementary schools too, but just not on as big a scale.
Sure. Well, there's a lot of math and science that's tied into your cooking.
Yes. Math is our measuring. So we use fractions, half cup, whole cup, half teaspoon. We have to double often, triple recipes, so we're using those skills there. Science is chemistry. It's so much fun to see how, you add baking soda to something and it turns into something different. How our cakes bake from a liquid to a solid and things like that. So it's all tied in.
Tell me a little bit, just spending some time with your students, tell me about some of the milestones and things that you've seen your students achieve this year.
This year, artwork, they make fantastic.
Outstanding.
Yes, you saw. They do amazing artwork. We have some excellent artists in there. One of my students, he had an art show this summer. His painting's hanging, I bought a painting, it's hanging on the wall in there. Wow. They're just amazing with what they do with art.
One last question. Sure. I know you teach your students a ton every day. What do they teach you?
Everything. They teach me to be joyous every day. I have a student who shows me, we have a beautiful view of the sunrise, who walks in every morning and says, Mrs. Wright, look. And it's gorgeous. They teach me to slow down, to remember. Every time we go out, they'll pick me flowers. I get dandelions. They teach me to smell the roses, to be patient. And that life's just a joy. You got to let everything roll off and smile and laugh, and that's where we are.
Very true. Well, thank you for including us and allowing us to come into your classroom.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
I hope to see you again later this year.
Sure. Thank you.
Back to you. Thank you, Gail Wright. We appreciate all of the time and your efforts, and we appreciate you allowing us to visit your classroom and tag along on your field trip. We thoroughly enjoyed our time with you and your students.
Time to balance from the schools to the library.
Time from getting smart to getting smarter.
Vicki and Allie.
Let's go see them.
Greetings from the Springboro Library. Story times are underway. We offer story times for babies, toddlers, and preschool children. We also offer a special family story time for children of all ages. Be sure to check the library website, fspl.org, for specific story time dates and times. Do you love Legos? One family story time per month will include Lego Night, where kids can complete building challenges and have free time to build their own creations. Upcoming Lego Nights are Thursday, February 27th and Thursday, March 26th at 6:30 p.m. The library will hold a drop-in Valentine's program at 2 p.m. Saturday, February 8th. Children of all ages are invited to create a Valentine's Day card, make a craft, and decorate a cookie. Registration is not required. Then on Friday, March 13th, from 4:30 to 6 p.m., children ages 8 through 12 are invited to use their construction skills and creativity to create a leprechaun trap just in time for St. Patrick's Day. All materials will be provided. Registration is required for this program. Call the Springboro Library to sign up. And be sure to stop by the Springboro Library to try our fun and challenging scavenger hunt. It's available during the library's normal operating hours. It will put your decoding skills to the test as you learn about the ins and outs of the library.
The Franklin Springboro Public Library and the City of Springboro Bicycle and Pedestrian Advisory Committee are partnering to offer 3 programs coming up over the next few months. Bike Across America on Wednesday, February 5th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Springboro Library with Earl McDaniel. He cycled 3,642 miles in 38 days while traveling through 18 states across the United States on bicycle. Learn how planning and training paid off. This is intended for ages 16 and up, and registration is not required. Come to bicycle maintenance on Wednesday, February 19th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Springboro Library. Bring your bicycle and join Autobahn, owner of Spoken Bicycles in Middletown, for a hands-on basic bicycle repair workshop. On Tuesday, February 11th from 7 to 8 p.m., come to learn about the Rails to Trails Conservancy at the Springboro Library. Eric Oberg, Director of Trail Development, Midwest Regional Office of the Rails to Trail Conservancy, will talk about how it all started, what's happening now, and plans for the future. Teens ages 11 to 18 are invited to come to Valentine's Day Crafts on Friday, February 7th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. at the Springboro Library. You can make a craft and gifts for your Valentine, your friend, or for yourself. Registration is required, so please call the Springboro Library. As always, check our website, www.fspl.org, for more information. Back to you guys.
Thanks, girls.
They're always a pleasure, aren't they?
They are. Well, Tom and Stacy are at Heatherwood. They're waiting to give us an update on what's going on at the golf course.
And we love
We have
Heatherwood.
22 weddings already booked for the year in
Oh
January.
my goodness.
22 already.
Wow, well, it's a
Go
beautiful
get 'em.
venue.
Go get them. And for the audience, we're paying off Heatherwood this year. Good thing, and saving about 80 grand in interest. So
That's awesome.
Love it. Anyway, let's go see the folks at Heatherwood.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, it is cold outside, but you know what? It's always 70 degrees inside our golf simulator room. We still have 40 golf courses you can come out here and play, as well as get custom club fitted. Matt is a master certified fitter, as well as I am, and Neil. So if you want to come out, get a new set of clubs for this year, come see us here and try out the simulator room. Also, if you're thinking about membership, now's the time to do it. We still have some PDP memberships, as well as yearly annual memberships. Come out to the golf shop, see one of us. We'll be glad to talk to you about it. Stacy, what do you got going on in the banquet area?
Well, we are trying to fill up the rest of the days for our weddings. We still have a handful of Saturdays available, Sundays and Fridays as well. So if you're interested, give me a call at 748-3222, extension 106. Back to you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, Tom and Stacy. Appreciate what you do each and every day.
All right, now we are headed to one of the newer shops in historic Springboro, Betsy's Boutique Shop.
All right.
Yeah, I got to chat with Betsy Gamble, the owner, and I love this store. Really great place and really super nice owner. Let's go check it out. We are at Betsy's Boutique Shop, 235 South Main, and I am joined by the owner, Betsy Gamble. Betsy, thank you for having us in your shop this morning.
Thank you for coming.
Well, thank you. So tell us a little bit about the new Betsy's Boutique here in the Historic District.
So we opened our Springboro location here back in November. We're super excited about being in this historic house. It's so much fun. We've stocked it full of all different accessories and clothing for you to come in and shop. And we just love being here in the historic Springboro district.
Well, thank you. And we love having you here. And we love, obviously, having another shop that, services all women. And what I think is so interesting about your shop is that not only do you have beautiful clothing and accessories, but the way that you have your shop organized. And as you walk around, you notice that you've got everything color coordinated. So if you walk in and you think like, I need a maroon cardigan, there's a section or really a whole room full of maroon to shop from. I think that's genius.
We do. We try to color coordinate all of our items so that way it's easy for pairing. But if you're ever in the area or in Springboro location and you want us to help you make outfits, just ask our associates and they'd be more than willing to help you put things together if the color coordinating isn't working exactly right.
No, that's wonderful. So tell us how you came to Springboro, because I know you're not a Springboro girl. You're from a couple hours away.
We are. So we have been coming to Charm at the Farm here in Lebanon for years. So we've loved the customers. We love the Springboro area. And we were brought this location, and it just happened that we were presented an awesome opportunity. They were just finishing up a renovation here, and we couldn't pass it up. It's a beautiful area.
Now, one thing that is a little different about your store compared to some of the others on Main Street is that you also have an online presence.
We do. We have a huge online following. We have 7 locations other than our Springboro, so 8 total.
Wow.
We started franchising about a year ago.
Okay.
And that's actually how this location has came asort. We were planning on doing a franchise here, and it still most likely will become a franchise in the future. But our whole goal and our mission is to grow in small communities like this, give women somewhere to shop that's local to them. We're in Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, and Oklahoma right now.
Wow.
So we try to stay in the Midwest.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, if someone wants to visit Betsy's boutique shop, what are your hours, Betsy?
We're open Tuesday through Friday, 11 to 6, and then Saturday, 9 to 4. And then through the holidays, we do open on Sundays, some days.
Okay, perfect. And if someone wanted to reach you directly, how is the best way?
You could message us on Facebook, or you could call us at the Springboro location right here.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much for having us in your store today. It is gorgeous, and I'm sure we will see you again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Back to you. Thanks, Betsy. We are so thrilled that you chose Springboro to open up another of your stores.
Love it. It's that time. Meet your neighbor, part 1. Bob Oda, and he's right around the corner where we're at in Edwards Furniture. So let's go see Bob and see what he has to say about himself and about Edwards Furniture. We're Edwards Furniture. Meet your neighbor, part 1. Bob Oda, I know Robert's your legal, but Bob, nice to have you on the show.
Thanks, Mayor. I appreciate it.
Why don't you tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Robert Oda, like you said, married to Stacy. We've been married for 28 years. I have 2
Congratulations.
daughters. Thank you very much. My oldest, Delaney, she's a physician assistant. And then my youngest is Haley. And Haley graduated from UD this past May and has an entrepreneurship degree and is currently employed with Synchrony Financial. And then we have Bailey the Wonder Dog.
Everybody's got to have that wonder dog, don't they? Well, we're at Edwards Furniture. Why don't you tell the audience how long you worked here?
Well, I've been with the Edwards for about 4.5 years now, and I came from big box retail, so it was really refreshing to get to work with Pat and David. They just do business right. It's family owned. We've been in business 75 years.
I know, it's great. Community oriented. They are a wonderful family. Do a lot of contribution to the community, and we really appreciate that. Well, you've been in the Springboro community for 20 plus years?
Yes, sir. Yeah, moved here when my youngest was 6 months old, and she's 23 now. So we've really enjoyed the community. Both girls went all the way through the school system, and very pleased with the outcome for sure.
Yeah, well, you're in Brookside, now you're in Heatherwood.
We are. We just built a house in Heatherwood in March and moved in and been there for 6-7 months and enjoying it. And it's our dream home. We were lucky enough to find one of the last lots in Heatherwood. So we're right off of number 6T and dodging golf balls from time to time. But other than that, it's been great.
Yeah. What can we do in a community from your standpoint to be better than we are?
Well, that's really a tough question, Mayor, because Springboro does so many things right, from the North Park to the new construction at 73 and 741, the Performance Center that has just recently opened, the Chamber that's up there now, and their facility. It's just fantastic. Now the new big sign at the corner of 741.
The message board, it's going to be good to have that.
That's that's welcoming people into town. It's great for the people that live here as well as the people that are visiting. And I believe I just read today, if I'm not mistaken, but Springboro was the number 5 in the state of Ohio for family-friendly place to be for entertainment.
We're proud of that, and we work hard at it. Appreciate those comments. You have anything you'd like to say to the audience before we go off other than go Flyers?
Come visit Edwards whenever you need something. Local, we treat everyone like family. And it's a good feeling when you come here because there's no pressure. We let you shop at your own pace, and we're ready when you're ready. And it's your home, your way here at Edwards.
Well, that's a good commercial for Edwards, but we want a good commercial for Bob. Bob, thanks for being on the show. Appreciate it. I hope your Flyers really do good. They're really doing it right now.
Go Flyers.
Okay, go Flyers. Well, no, that's part 1 behind us.
Part 1 is done.
2020 part 1. We're getting kicked off once again.
We're cruising through them, aren't we?
Cruising. You know, there's so much going on in our community, but Carrie and I want to make sure that you, if you've never watched this show before, if you have anything to tell us, constructive criticism or whatever, to make this show better, please let us know. Get a hold of us. We're so many ways to communicate with us. So until next time, enjoy your January and February.
Stay warm.
And don't go too far because part 2 is just around the corner.
And we'll see you at Expo.
Yeah, we will see you at Expo. Bye for now.
Bye.